Okay, today we are going to continue in our study of competitive bidding. Thus far, we have had 2 sessions on the takeout double. The takeout double, of course, is when they have opened the hand and you or your partner are next in line, and you would have opened the bidding, but the guys already beat you to the opening the bidding. So the way you tell your partner, of course, that you have opening hand is you make the takeout double, promising at least 12 high card points and at least 3 card support for the unbid suits. So that is the takeout double. We've had 2 lessons on that so far. Takeout double, the next person to bid is the responder, and you as the partner of the takeout doubler, you are known as the advancer. Today, we're going to start looking at what is called the negative double. Negative double, your side opens the bidding, either you or your partner. Let's say your partner opens the bidding and the next guy either makes a takeout double or he overcalls. He's turning the tables on you. You now are the responder and have to make a decision of whether to pass or exactly what you need to do. So what I want to do is to begin by, first of all, going through a series of hands. The first set of hands, your partner is open to heart and you have support for his suit, and there is no interfering bidding. The second set of hands I want to go through is where your partner opens a heart. You have support for his suit, but you have interference. And then I want to go from there to when your partner opens a heart, there's an interfering bid and you don't have support for your partner, but you have some points. Therein enters the negative double. Okay, so on the following hands, your partner has opened 1 heart. The next hand passes. We're going to assume standard bidding. And we're going to look at some hands. There's no interference from the opponents. So the first hand, your partner's opened a heart. On this hand, you have 8 high card points. You can count 9 if you count the Doubleton spade. Now it's not really a good 8 or 9 point hand because you've got those queens and jacks, but you do have 8 high card points. The good thing is you have 3 card support. You know your partner's got at least 5 hearts. Your bid is simply 2 hearts. It shows 6 to 9 or 10 points. I play that it shows 8 to 10, a constructed bid, but anywhere from 6 to 10 points and at least 3 cards support. So that would be your bid. No problem. It's easy to bid when your opponents don't put in bids. All right, the second hand, on this hand, you have 11 high card points. Again, you have 3 hearts. You don't have any distribution on this hand, but you do have 11 high card points. You would not want to bid 2 hearts with this hand. You have too much to bid 2 hearts. So I think you would begin here by bidding the forcing no trump, 1 no trump, forcing, and then you would rebid 3 hearts, would show the value of this hand. It would show at least 3 hearts, and it would show a limit raise at least 11 points. So you would not want to make the same bid with A that you make with B. You have too much to simply bid 2 hearts with B. So you begin by bidding 1 no trump, alert, your partner makes a bid, and now you bid 3 hearts. That tells your partner you have at least 3 card support and you have about 11 high card points. Now the next one, as you might suppose, you are coming down to where you have 14 high card points. Your partner has opened a heart. You know he has 5. You have a perfect Jacoby 2 no trump bid. When you make the Jacoby 2 no trump bid, you're saying that you have 4 hearts, you have at least 4 pieces, 4 hearts, 4 trumps, and you have at least 12 high card points. So you would make the Jacoby 2 no trump bid if you play Jacoby. And now depending on what your partner responds will be whether you want to decide maybe we need to be exploring slam on this hand. You do have 14 high card points. You do have 4 holding the king, queen of hearts. If your partner has good stuff outside the heart suit, you may in fact be in slam. All right, let's say that your partner over your 2 no trump says 3 clubs. He's showing a singleton or void in the club suit. You having no wasted points in the club suit, I think you might get a little bit excited and be thinking, okay, we may have slam on this. On the other hand, if your partner bid 3 diamonds showing a singleton or void in the diamond suit, here you have 5 of your points in the diamond suit. His having a singleton avoid is duplicate value, duplication. So I don't think you're going to be interested in exploring slam if your partner, in fact, rebids 3 diamonds. Let me go ahead and have him bid 3 spades. If he bids 3 spades, he's showing a singleton or a void in spades. You holding the ace, know that you have no losers in the spade suit. So you might get a little bit excited thinking maybe slam is in the offing. If your partner bids 3 hearts, he is not showing a minimum. He is showing extra values. He's showing probably 16, 17, 18 high card points if he rebids 3 hearts. Here again, if he makes that bid, you may be thinking about slam. If he bids 3 no trump, he's showing 15 to 17. He's showing honor X in clubs and diamonds. If he bids 4 hearts, that's the minimum bid. He's showing I have an opening hand. That's all I've got. I don't have any singletons or voids. I just have my 12 to 13 high card points, or maybe 14, and I'm not anywhere interested in slam. This is my hand. So when you use the Jacoby to no trump, you as a responder, you find out a whole lot once that rebid by your partner who opened the heart. If he bids a club, you may be interested in exploring slam. If he bids a spade, you may be. If he bids 3 hearts, you may be. I don't think if he bids 3 no trump, you're going to be. I think you're going to just put it in 4 hearts. But if he bids 3 diamonds, you see you have duplication there. A singleton or void in diamonds doesn't, you still got at least 1 loser in the diamond suit. So depending on what your partner rebids once you bid to no trump will determine whether in fact you explore going to slam. Now this next hand, your partner opens a heart, and you've got 2 choices here. One I think is preferable to the other. You can make what we call a splinter bid by bidding 4 diamonds, and that has to be alerted, and it would show a void or a singleton in the diamond suit. I think a much better bid on this hand would be the 2/1 game force bid of 2 clubs. 2 clubs, you have an excellent club suit there. You could have shortness in the club suit, but 2 clubs I think might be the better bid to use here. It puts it in game force. And now depending on what your partner rebids, if she raises your clubs, now you are in the position to know that you have a 2-suited fit. You have not only a fit in the heart suit, but you also have a fit in the club suit. So it all depends on what your partner rebids over your 2/1 2 club bid. It makes it a lot easier for you to determine, in fact, if there is maybe a slam in the club suit or a slam in the heart suit, or maybe not, depending on what your partner bids. But it gives you much more of an opportunity. If you bid 4 diamonds, the splinter bid, that just kind of shuts it down. Your partner just says 4 hearts. Now you don't have anywhere to go. You don't know whether to bid 4 spades kickback or 4 no trump, key card blackwood, or what. I think the better bid here would be to bid 2 clubs, putting it in 2/1 and going from there. All right, so the first 4 hands here we've looked at, your partner's opened, you have some level of support for your partner. You either raise to the 2 level, or you do the limit raise by bidding a no trump and then 3 of the suit, the Jacoby bid, and then finally the 2/1 bid. Now, the next set of hands that I want to look at, your partner again has opened a heart, but your right-hand opponent, which would be her left-hand opponent, overcalls either a spade, 2 clubs, or 2 diamonds, and you're holding one of the following hands. And so again, we want to assume standard bidding. Your partner's opened a heart. There has been a spade, or 2 clubs, or a 2 diamond bid. Doesn't matter which one, but the bid. You have in this hand 7 high card points. You do have 3 hearts. With this hand, you simply raise to 2 hearts. If there had not been an interfering bid, let's say there had been no bid by the opponent, you would raise to 2 hearts with this hand. His bid, the overcall bid, has not kept you from making the same bid. So here you would simply raise to 2 hearts. Your partner will know that you have at least 3 hearts, and you have somewhere between 6 to 9 to 10 high card points. All right, let's look at the next hand. Again, your partner, and this one may be a little bit new to you. Your partner has opened a heart. There's been an overcall of a spade, 2 clubs, or 2 diamonds. With this hand, you have 4 trumps, and you have 7 high card points. A bid that you may not know about, but is very effective to use in this particular situation, is known as a mixed raise. With this hand, I would bid 3 hearts. It immediately shows my partner that I have 4 hearts. I have at least 4 hearts with him, and I have 1 offensive trick. OFFENSIV, not offending trick, but offensive trick. I have the king of diamonds. So when you make a mixed raise, and I think this is a bid that you all want to start adding to your arsenal. When you make a mixed raise, you're promising 4 pieces, 4 trumps, at least 4 trumps in your partner's suit. You're promising 7 to 9 high card points. And you have at least, if they get the contract, you have 1 trick on offense. That 1 trick may be in the heart suit, but it's probably more likely going to be the king of diamonds. Not only this bid tells your partner a whole lot of information, but it also jams the bidding for the people who've made the overcall. It makes it rather hard after you bid 3 hearts for the next guy who would be the advancer to make a bid. He's got to come in at 3 spades, 4 clubs, or 4 diamonds. And, you know, they may be too high already. So it's a very effective bid, and I want to be talking more about the mixed raise with you all in subsequent lessons. Okay, with C, you have 5 high card points, and you have a singleton. This looks very much like the hand above when your partner opened a heart and there was no interference. Same thing on this hand. If there had not been an interfering bid, with this hand, you would bid 4 hearts. If your partner opened a heart, no interference, you would bid 4 hearts. You're promising 5 or more trumps and a singleton or void, which is exactly what you have here. The fact that you have had an overcall of 1 spade, 2 clubs, or 2 diamonds does not keep you from making the 4 heart bid. You bid 4 hearts with this hand. Now they either have to bid 4 spades, 5 clubs, or 5 diamonds, and it makes it tough. And that's the whole purpose about these bids and competitive bidding, is to make it difficult for them to reach their hand. If you have 5 hearts and you know your partner's got 5 hearts, the law says you can bid to the level of 4. You have 10 trumps. So that's why you would want to go ahead and bid 4 hearts on that hand. It makes it most difficult. Coming back to B again, where you have the 4 trumps and I had you bid 3 hearts, you know your partner has 5. So your 4, you can bid to the law, would be the 3 level. So you bid to the 3 level. A 3 level bid, though, does show 7 to 9 hard card points, and it does show that you have 1 trick on offense. Whereas in C, you have 10 card fit, you go all the way to 4 hearts, and it makes it most difficult for the opponents, if this is their hand, to get to the right contract. They're kind of having to stick their neck out. Okay, this last hand, D, you have 12 high card points. Your partner's opened a heart and they've overcalled. You want to Q bid the enemy's suit. So whatever he's bid, if he bids a spade, with D, you want to bid 2 spades. That's the strongest bid you can make. It tells your partner that you have support for her suit, but you also have points enough that you need to be in game somewhere. So if they bid 2 clubs or 2 diamonds, if that's the bid, you bid 3 clubs or 3 diamonds with this hand. All right, now, as you might suspect, we are coming to the situation in which your partner opens a heart. The next guy bids 1 spade, and there you are. You are the responder. Pretend for a second he did not overcall 1 spade. You're going to bid 1 no trump, forcing or semi-forcing, depending on how you play it. And your partner's going to make a bid, and you'll probably, if it bids 2 clubs or 2 diamonds, you may just pass. If he bids 2 hearts, you're going to pass, or you may put her in 2 hearts. But when the overcall of a 1 spade is made, Unlike above where you had 3 hearts, you can't really raise the hearts because you only have 2. You cannot bid a no trump because you don't have a spade stopper. Yet you've got 7 high card points. You would have put in a bid had not this overcall been made. So how do you tell your partner, I got some points? You double. And this is known as the negative double. It's telling your partner, I can't bid right now. I would have bid, but because of the overcall, I'm blocked out of the bidding for now. And that's how you tell your partner you make the negative double. So what is a negative double? Your partner opens the bidding. It's always when your partner opens the bidding and there's been an overcall, or next week we're going to look at when they make the takeout double. Today we're going to focus just on when they make an overcall. Has made an overcall to one level. In this example, he's interfered with the response you would have made. You would have bid 1 no trump on his hand. How can you convey to your partner that you have 6 or 7 high card points? You make the negative double. And you do have 4 cards in the diamonds and 4 cards in the clubs. So the negative double is your bid. If they overcall it to 2 levels, say this guy had bid 2 clubs or 2 diamonds, now you need a little bit more points to make the negative double. You need about 9 or 10 points to bid at that level. So what I want to do is to look at some examples. And that's the only way I knew how to present some of this. And most of these are typical or hands that you might have. Okay, your partner has opened a diamond. Remember, in the negative double, your partner always opens the hand. And as now we are just going to focus on the overcall bids. Next week, we're going to look at what you bid if they make a takeout double. Okay, so we have an overcall of 1 spade. You have 8 high card points. You have 4 hearts. You do not have enough points to bid 2 hearts. To bid 2 hearts, you need to have at least 5 hearts, and you need to have about 10 or 11 high card points. You don't have that. But let's pretend there was not a 1 spade bid. You're certainly going to bid 1 heart with this hand. You can't bid 1 heart now. The director is going to be called if you try to bid 1 heart. Insufficient bid. So all you can do is make the negative double. You double. And it shows 4 hearts, and it shows 6 to 7 high card points. And your partner takes it from there. You've told your partner that you have 4 hearts and that you have a few points, at least 6 or 7 high card points. Now your partner can bid 2 hearts, or she will be the captain. She will know from her hand what she has. You have told her that you have 4 hearts and you have 6 or 7 high card points by that bid. All right, let's look at the second example. Again, your partner has opened 1 diamond. And this time there is an overcall of 1 heart. Now, had the 1 heart bid not been made, you have 8 high card points, you would have bid 1 spade. Now, some people say you can still bid 1 spade, but I think if you bid 1 spade, you ought to be promising 5 spades with this hand, or at least 4 very good ones, and you don't really have a tremendous spade suit to be bidding 1 spade. So how do you tell your partner you have 4 spades? You make the negative double. You're promising 4 spades. When you do that, you're promising 6 to 7 high card points. And of course, that's what you have. If you had 5 spades, you could bid 1 spade and the number of points that you have there. But a better bid by you at this point is to make the negative double. The third hand. The third hand, your partner's opened a diamond, and now we have a 2-level overcall. You have 6 hearts, but you don't have enough points to bid 2 hearts. To bid 2 hearts, you need to have at least 5 card heart suit. You also need to have about 10 or 11 high card points. You don't have that. So you begin by making the negative double. Now your partner's going to think you've got 4 hearts and 4 spades. But at some point when she makes a bid, you rebid the hearts at the lowest level you can. What you're telling her is, I didn't have enough points. I have at least 6 card suit here. I did not have enough points to overcall 2 hearts on my first bid. So that's the way you would bid a hand like that. The fourth example, and this is the one where you all get into trouble and where Carol gets into trouble. Your partner opens one diamond. Let's say there was not a spade bid. I think on this hand, you have to just pass. Let's say there's not a spade bid. I think you need to pass. But if your partner makes another bid, if she bids a heart, then you're going to raise to 2 hearts. If she does something, you may try to put in bid. She knows you have less than 6 points if you didn't make a bid to begin with. So just because there's an overcall of 1 spade, that doesn't make your hand look any better. You have no business making a takeout double here because you're promising 6 to 7 high card points. You would be showing 4 hearts, but you just don't have the point count to even make a negative double at the 1 level. So I think if you passed, if she opened a diamond, next hand passes, you pass. Just because there's been an overcall of 1 spade, your hand doesn't go up in value in it. You still pass. Now, if your partner makes a reopening double, now I think you can bid the hearts, or you can do something. I think I would just bid 2 hearts if she doubles. If it goes 1 diamond, 1 spade overcall, and you pass, the advancer passes, and your partner makes a reopening double, the 1 diamond, your opening bidder. Then I think I would bid 2 hearts with that hand. You make the cheapest level bid you can. But it depends on, what happens from subsequent bidding on this hand. If you do put in a bid of a negative double, your partner is going to bid based on what she thinks you've got. So if you make a negative double, you're promising 6 or 7 points and at least 4 hearts. And so maybe she's going to bid 3 hearts. Maybe she's got the 17, 18 point hand. She bids 3 hearts. Well, you certainly don't want to be in 3 hearts on this hand. So it's better with a hand like this just to pass and not make a bid unless your partner makes a reopening double or something of that nature to make you bid. You want to fool the opponents. You don't want to be putting in these tacky bids and you get too high and you go sit. And I think all of us are guilty of this. We want to compete so badly, but you just really don't have a bid with this hand, particularly when there's an overcalled 1 spade, you don't have a bid. The only time I would bid with a hand like this is if you play with a partner who opens 1 club, which could be as few as 2 clubs, and you only got 1 club, I think you might want to bid 1 heart with this hand. But that's about the only time I would ever make a bid with this kind of point count is if my partner opened a club and he could be as short as 2 on the hand. I would stick in a 1 heart bid because I know we are in trouble probably. Okay, the 5th hand, we're coming down to it. The 5th hand, partner again is opened a diamond. There's been an overcall of 1 heart. You have 4 spades, but you also have 5 diamonds. Your partner's opened a diamond, and you're saying, whoa, we got a pretty good fit here in the diamonds. But what you want to do first is explore for the 4-4 spade fit. Now, your spades are horrible, but you do have 4 of them, and your partner probably has got some big ones in the spade suit if she has 4 spades. So I would, first of all, make the negative double with this hand, promising 4 spades. If partner bids a spade, then you could bid 2 spades with this hand because you do have the diamond fit too. If she doesn't bid a spade, but just maybe bids 2 clubs showing maybe 4 or 5 diamonds and 4 clubs, then I would raise her diamonds to 2 diamonds. But I don't think you want to bid 2 diamonds on this hand initially. I think what you want to do is, first of all, explore for the spade fit, 4-4 spade fit. So I would make the negative double here, and then you'll know what to do once your partner makes a bid. If she shows spades, then you raise her, and you might even do the 3 spade bid because you got that singleton heart, which should prove very valuable if you do have a spade fit. If she doesn't bid the spades, then you can raise the diamonds at the cheapest level. All right, number 6. Number 6, your partner has opened with 1 diamond and you have a spade overcall. This hand, you have 11 high card points and you have 5 hearts. You can bid 2 hearts with this hand. 2 hearts is your bid. It's not the 2/1 game force. If there had not been a spade bid and you bid 2 hearts, now you put it in 2/1. Let's say there is not a spade bid. You cannot bid 2 spades. You cannot bid 2, you cannot bid, well, you can't make a 2/1 bid. So all you would do here is just bid a heart. And then, but you'd keep making forcing bids, after your partner limits her hand, you'd know whether you're in game or not. But with the spade bid, you do have 5 hearts and you do have 11 high card points. It is permissible for you to bid 2 hearts on this hand. Your partner will expect 5 hearts at least, and at least 10 or 11 high card points. And she's the captain now. She will now know what to bid next. Example 7. This is an interesting one. The guy's overcalled a spade. Look at you sitting there with an ace, queen, and 10 of spades behind him. You're going to get at least 3 spade tricks for sure. You have shortness in your partner's suit. Don't get nervous and double. I mean, I don't know how many times, and particularly novices will double with a hand like this. No, you don't want to do that. You have the spade suit. If you double, you are making a negative double and you're saying you got hearts. So you want to pass, and you're sitting there sending mental telepathy to your partner, double partner, double partner, double partner. And if your partner's listening over there, she doubles and you leave it in, and the guy's going to probably go for about 300, maybe 500, maybe even 800 on this hand. But with a hand where you've got their suit, just keep quiet, hope your partner reopens with a double and you pass. Convert it to a penalty double. All right, example 8. I apologize for all these different hands, but I think it gives you a variety of the kinds of hands. Your partner opens with 1 spade. This is number 8. Opens with 1 diamond, and you get the overcall of 1 spade. You have, on this number 8, you have 10 high card points. You only have 3 diamonds. You don't have 4 hearts, but you do have a double stopper in the spade suit. Your bid is 1 no trump. You're showing 8 to 10 high card points, and you're showing at least 1 spade stopper, maybe 1.5. Here, I would think if you get the spade lead, you're going to have at least 2 spade tricks for sure in this hand. The king is probably over on your right, so for sure you've got 2 spade tricks. So you would want to bid 1 no trump with this hand. Coming down to number 9. Number 9, you have 13 high card points. Your partner has opened 1 diamond. You get the spade overcall. This is a hand now that you need to really think about. You have 2 choices here. Of course, you've got double spade stopper and possibly 3 no trump would be if your partner's opened and you've got 13 high card points, you could bid 3 no trump at the get-go. But you do hold 4 hearts. So the first thing you want to do is to make the negative double. So you make that negative double, your partner doesn't really know what you've got. But you want to explore for the 4-4 heart fit first before doing anything else. So you make the negative double. If your partner bids a heart, or she'll have to bid 2 hearts, you go all the way to 4 hearts. You know you have the 4-4 fit. You have 13 points. You know she has a minimum of 12. If she bids anything but hearts, rebid 3 no trump, and that's where it plays. So you always want to, even though you know when your partner opens, you're going to be in game. You got 13 high card points. You know something your partner doesn't know. You're going to be in game. What is the best game? First of all, tell her you got 4 hearts for making the negative double. Depending on what she bids, if she bids 2 hearts, you bid 4 hearts. If she bids, say, 2 clubs or rebids her diamonds, you say 3 no trump, and that's where it'll play. You're going to be in game. It's just a question of what is the better game, whether it's going to be hearts, if your partner has a fit with you. And number 10, I've had the person your partner has opened a diamond, and I've had them make a preemptive 2 spade bid. That 2 spade bid is showing at least 6 spades, and it's preemptive. It does not show a lot of high card points. It's a weak bid. It's about the same as a week 2 opening bid. So if he had not bid, you have 9 high card points. You would have bid a heart with this suit, but he's bid that 2 spades. So I would start by making the negative double. And then when your partner bids, your partner's gonna have, if your partner bids 3 hearts, then I think you can put it in 4 hearts because you have 5 hearts and you have that singleton spade. But you're not strong enough. The point I'm trying to make here is when the 2 spade bid is made, you don't have enough points to bid 3 hearts on your own. You have 9 high card points, it's at the 3 level. Your partner doesn't have but 12 points and maybe just a doubled in hearts, so you're already too high. So what you want to do first is make the negative double. And by the way, on your convention card, on the back of your convention card under special doubles is a place for your range for negative double. Now, with John, I played through the 4 diamonds, negative double through 4 diamonds. So if the opponents overcall 4 diamonds and I double, I'm showing my partner's opened, and let's say they bid 4 diamonds, a preemptive bid. If I double, it is not a penalty double. It is a negative double. It's telling my partner I have a big hand and I have support for both majors. Pick the better major that you want. So it depends, whatever your range is. Most people play through negative doubles through 3 spades. So whatever partner you're playing with, make sure you know what your range is. Because if they overcall, for example, if I'm playing with somebody and we play through 3 spades, it's negative double. If the second hand bids 4 diamonds and I double, now it's a penalty double. So you need to be aware of what your range is for the negative double, because if it's above the range, they bid above the range of your negative double, a double by you is for penalty. All right, so in this number 10, you don't have enough points to bid 3 hearts. So you start by making the negative double. You forced your partner to bid at the 3 level. If she should bid 3 hearts, I think you could very well go to 4 hearts because you do have 5 of them, which she doesn't know you have 5 of them. She's expecting you to have at least 4. And your singleton spade makes your hand really big. So it all depends on making the right bid, limiting your hand, and your partner now, who was the opener, she will become the captain, or in some situations, once she limits her hand, you will become the captain. So all of the above examples cover situations which the opponents made an overcall. But what happens when they make a takeout double? When your partner's open, they make the takeout double. So we go back to the bids last week where they opened and your partner made a takeout double and you are the advancer. In this situation, your partner's opened and they've made the takeout double. So next week, we're going to turn the tables and look at your bids as the responder. You will be the responder when the opponent makes a takeout double. All right, I want to finish up here today by looking at this hand. And let's look first of all at the bidding. Neither side is vulnerable. South is the opening bidder, has 14 high card points. I think would open a club with his hand. West has 9 high card points, 5 spades at the 1 level. You certainly should overcall 1 spade with this hand. Now the North hand has 9 high card points, has 4 hearts. You make the negative double. So North doubles, it is a negative double, does not have to be alerted. It tells South that she has 4 hearts and she has 6 or 7 points or maybe more. East has 8 high card points, has 3 spades, has a doubleton there. I think you would be very chicken if you didn't raise your partner to 2 spades on that hand. And now South has the 14 high card points, goes ahead and bids 3 hearts, and it passes out at 3 hearts. I had a hand last night where I passed it out at 2 level. And if I should have made another bid at the 3 level to get the opponents up to the 3 level, and we would have set them one and gotten about 80% instead of the 6% we got. So sometimes you're a little bit uneasy about making those 3 level bids, trying to get them up to the 3 level, but it certainly can make the difference in the score that you get at the end of that hand. So I was remiss last night in trying to push them up to the 3 level and should have done so. And we got a very bad score. My partner and I did. Okay, so the contract is 3 hearts by South, and the ace of spades is led by West. I think you lead the ace of spades, your partner has raised you to 2, so you're hoping that the king of spades is not sitting over here to your right when you are West. So you lead the ace of spades, the dummy comes down, South hand is to the Clara, is the master hand, so you count your losers. The South hand has 3 spade losers, 2 of them are unavoidable, but 1 of them you're hoping to trump in the dummy. You have no heart losers. You have to give up 2 diamond losers. You have to lose the ace, king of diamonds, but you have no club losers. So you're hoping to lose two diamonds and 2 spades, and you see 3 hearts, you're going to make 3 hearts. You're not going to make 4 on this hand. So 3 hearts is the limit of where you want to be. So anyway, leaves the ace of spades. You play a small one from the dummy, and now East should signal. Now, I don't know your signals. For me, I would play the 8, saying, come on, partner, I like your lead. Some of you play it the opposite, that you play the 3, says, partner, I like your lead, come on with it. But let's say that you are playing that a high card, spot card says to come on. So he plays the 8. Now West is going to come on. All right, now here is a very interesting situation. I remember teaching you all about the suit preference signal. Certainly, the West hand would love to have a return of a diamond as the king of diamonds and sees the queen of diamonds sitting in the dummy. So West would like very much for her partner to return a diamond. So how does she tell her partner to lead a diamond? She plays back, she plays the ace of spades, partner signals with the 8. She plays the 10 of spades to her partner's king. And if her partner's paying any attention at all, she ought to take that as a suit preference. Now remember, on suit preference, you don't count the trump suit, so you would disregard the trump suit, the spades. You disregard the suit, trumps are hearts. You disregard the suit as being led, which is spades. There are 2 other suits, diamonds and clubs. Diamonds outrank clubs. So by leading the 10 of spades to your partner's king, you are trying to tell your partner, I want a diamond shift. So we have a really smart, sharp East player over here, and she does read it as a shift for the diamond. She takes her king of spades. It doesn't make any sense now to lead back a 3rd spade because the South hand is going to trump it. That is a no-brainer. Your partner is signaled for the diamond. The killing defense at this point is for East to underlead her ace of diamonds to the king. Her partner leads back the 2 to your ace, and you give her a ruff, and you set the hand. You take the first 5 tricks. Now the top players would see that, they would see that defense. I would hope that you would read the 10 of spades as suit preference for the diamond. Most of us will lay down the ace and then we'll come on with it. But do you see there, the only chance to set this hand is if your partner has a doubleton diamond. So you lead to the king, leads back to your ace, hope against hope. You lead a 3rd diamond, the East hand does, and you set the hand. If you don't get that defense, the South hand is going to make the hand because he's going to be able at some point to trump that 3rd spade, and he goes from there. So there's a lot in this hand, even with the most weakest hand with nothing in your hand, maybe a yard barrel, there is still something important to learn from that hand. So 2 or 3 things in this hand. The bidding shows you the negative double. You get them up to the 3 level. You lead the ace. Partner signals for your continuance. You give her by suit preference. Suit preference, you want a diamond shift. So you play the 10. You don't want to lead the queen because you want her to overtake. You want her to play her king. You're trying by the 10 of spades to tell her to shift to the diamond, and she does. If she finds the defense of underleading the ace of diamonds, which is a hard thing for you to do, you do set this hand. Any other defense is going to make it. All right, let's say down here at the bottom now, If you let them play two spades, let's say we're up here and the bidding has gone two spades, one club, one spade, double, two spades, and you pass, you don't bid three hearts. You let them play two spades. I think they're going to make at least two spades for 110. So you bid three hearts. This is what I didn't do last night. I should have gone ahead and bid one more. Even if I went set, we would have done better. Playing three hearts, in this particular hand, if they don't find the kill and defense, you're going to make 140 on the hand. Even if they do set you one, since you're non-vulnerable, they're only going to get 50. If they double your three hearts and you go down one, they get 100. So whatever you do, if you're in three hearts and you're down one, it's 50. If they double and you're down one, it's 100. If you let them play two spades, they are going to make 110. And so what we're trying to do here, and what I have been preaching to you is, and that's what all the series on competitive bidding that I'm trying to do now, 4 or 5 weeks of it, is you're always wanting to try to not let them play at the 2 level, try to get them up to the 3 level if you can do so safely. Now, if you're vulnerable and they are not vulnerable, you need to be very careful, because if they double you and you go for the 200, and that is the kiss of death. Usually when the opponents score 200, unless they got a slam or they got a game, you're not going to get a very good board. You've all heard minus 200, you're getting a 0. Normally you do. Okay, your assignment for next week, I have 2 hands for you. The first hand, your partner's opened a diamond as an overcall of a spade, and you hold the following hand. And I want you to tell me what you will bid. The second hand, your partner also opens a diamond, and there's an overcall of a spade. Are you going to make the same bid with the second hand that you made with the first hand? So I want you to look at those 2 hands and tell me what you would bid. Next week, we're going to begin by looking at you've opened the bidding, there's been an overcall, and your partner has made a negative double, and you make a rebid. We're going to look at hands that you might hold and the rebid that you would make based upon the fact that your partner has made a negative double. So we're going to begin looking at that first. And then the second part of next week's lesson, I'm going to have your partner open and they make a takeout double. What are the bids open to you when there's a takeout? You can redouble, you can bid at cheapest level, you can raise your partner's suit. What are the bids that you can make? So I think that will be a very interesting lesson for you. So not only the rebids, once your partner's made a negative double, you've opened the hand, what are your rebids? Or if in fact, instead of making an overcall, the opponent makes a takeout double. So thank you very much and good luck this week. And we'll stop sharing. There you all are. Hello. Hello, Carrie. You may unmute yourself. There's Lou back. Okay.
All right. Hi, Carol.
Yes.
All right. I want to go back. The thing that I got kind of, oh, it's still recording.
Oh. All right. Let's see. How do I go back on that? Do you know?
Click up there on the white bar. The white. No, we don't want that.
Okay.
Okay, there it is.
Now, okay. Wait just a second. I'm going to stop recording.